How is it that I could want something and not be a vibrational match to it? And we say, because you've been trained to be such good observers, and you've been trained to be so objective. You weigh the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses. You're looking here and there and everywhere, wanting to be objective and wanting to be fair and truthful. And sometimes, without realizing it, in your observation of what is, you begin to develop vibrational patterns about what is, even though you would prefer what is to change. What is cannot change if you continue to offer the same vibration. You have to change the vibration that you're offering, which means you have to observe differently, you have to remember differently, you have to anticipate differently, you have to expect differently. You cannot do the same old thinking and expect the same old things and have anything change. Everything comes to you in response to your vibration. So we think it is helpful to help you to understand that you have two primary aspects going on in your vibrational point of attraction at all times. One is what you want, and the other is what you think about what you want. Some would say one is what your desire is, and some is what your beliefs are. But we would like to say whatever you're thinking about is causing a vibrational frequency, and law of attraction is matching that frequency. And you understand frequencies. You know that you cannot set your radio tuner to 98.6 and expect to hear what is being broadcast on 101. You know that the transmitter and the receiver have to line up. And this is the easiest way that we can say to you that the transmission called your desire and the transmission called your belief have to line up if you are to consistently receive those things that you desire. Some would say, well, I'm not getting what I want. And we would say, but you are getting what you believe. But we would like to change those words, believe, just a little bit, to something maybe a little less confining. We would like to say, just call it all thought. And then we would like to remind you that you have a guidance system within you that is letting you know in every moment what the vibrational content of your thought is. Your future experience is being created now. But we don't want you to get too focused upon what you are creating in the future, because the tendency when you are thinking about future experience is to not tend to your vibration now. And if you're not tending to your vibration now, not only are you not improving your future experience, but you are in this moment holding yourself apart from all that you are wanting. In this time-space reality in which you are focused, we know that you have this sense of this buffer of time. You don't experience what you would call instant manifestation. And that's a good thing. But as you are accustomed to this time-space reality where things do not necessarily manifest instantly in your experience, it also puts you in a place, many of you, where because you know that this negative thought, which is activating a vibration, which is for right now disallowing the clarity and the well-being that you're wanting. If a tooth would fall out in that moment, or a brick would fall on your head, you might say, oh, I think I'll tend to my thoughts now a little more diligently. But because there is no big manifestation, not initially, then many of you are sort of comfortable in being sloppy about your thinking because the guidance system comes in the form of emotion. And sometimes you come to feel sort of at one with the emotions that you've been feeling. Being a little ornery starts to feel normal, or being a little angry starts to feel normal. And so you miss the guidance that is letting you know what is active in your vibration. Recently, we had a conversation with someone who was concerned about her unconscious thoughts. And we said, don't worry about them. And she said, but I worry that I have unconscious thoughts that are keeping me from what I want. And we say, that could not be. And the reason that she thinks that it is, or that it could be, is because she knows that there are many things that she wants that are not manifesting. And so she is assuming that she has unconscious thoughts, subconscious thoughts that are sabotaging her desire. But then we went on to explain to her that if there is something in your vibration that is preventing you from receiving or allowing something that you've asked for, negative emotion is always present to let you know it. In other words, there is always the indicator of that. And if you're not feeling any negative emotion, then it's not active. So hear what we're saying. If it's so unconscious that you're not feeling around it, then it's not a big player in your vibration. We said to her, that's not what's keeping you from what you want. It's beating the drum of what is that's keeping you from what you want. People do it quite often. They'll say, I want more money, but I don't have enough. And then they go on to explain how long they have not had enough, and how uncomfortable it has been not to have enough, and how many other people like them also don't have enough, and how their mother also did not have enough, and how they are tired of not having enough, and how their family has never had enough, and how painful it is not to have enough. And we say, you cannot continue to beat the drum of there not being enough of something that you want without making that the most active part of your vibration. So even though you occasionally or even frequently make your statement of desire of having more, if you are making your statement of desire of wanting more from this place of feeling that you don't have enough, more cannot come.